Good morning, students. Today I will demonstrate a simple experiment on working of a rheostat. Of course, rheostat, the component you have not seen it, but you have just drawn the circuit symbol in your class works. So I have just drawn the two circuit symbols. The circuit symbol can be like this with an arrow, or we can just show an arrow on top. So this indicates that the rheostat works like a variable resistor with the three terminals 1, 2 and a terminal on top. See, the purpose of using the rheostat is to make it function like a variable resistor. And here you can see a rheostat. Rheostat is a device which contains a porcelain cylinder on which the resistance wire is wound. If you observe closely, you can see very small turnings. So it is being wound on this cylinder and it is provided on top a sliding contact so that we can just slide this portion on the cylinder, and you can see three terminals, one terminal on top and two terminals at the bottom. So these three terminals, so you can consider these two ends as the bottom terminal of the rheostat and the arrow on top as the top terminal of the rheostat. So here when we make the connection, there are two ways of connecting. Suppose if we connect the rheostat putting one wire here and one here, then what happens? The rheostat will not function like a variable resistor because the entire turnings is being included. That means the entire length of the resistance wire is included in the circuit. Then the rheostat functions like a fixed resistor. But the purpose of using this component in Ohm's law experiment is to make it function like a variable resistor. So for that purpose, what is that we do? We just put one wire here and one wire here, so that the current enters the rheostat from this end and it leaves the rheostat from the other end. But meanwhile, it depends where you have kept the sliding contact. Suppose if you move the sliding contact and then keep it at this point, if the current enters the rheostat from this point, it travels only through these turnings of the rheostat and it will leave the rheostat from the other end. That means only this much length of the resistance wire is included. Suppose if I move it, then I can just increase the length. And when we do the actual experiment, we can observe two things. In a rheostat, we can observe at one point the resistance will be maximum, and at the other point the resistance will be minimum, or you can call it maximum resistance point and minimum resistance point. So in the actual circuit, we connect this with an ammeter and a power supply, that is a small battery eliminator which ranges from 0 to 12 volts. So when you observe the ammeter reading, suppose if you move the sliding contact and you just keep it at this point, if the ammeter shows maximum reading, that means this is the zero resistance point of the rheostat because there is no obstruction to the flow of current. So as we move the sliding contact towards the other end, the ammeter reading starts decreasing. So this shows that there is some obstruction to the flow of current. So this is what we are going to observe in the experiment which I am going to set up now. I have set up a simple circuit to show the working of rheostat, in which you can see an ammeter, the rheostat, and this is called the battery eliminator. And battery eliminator, you can see you can vary the voltage from 0 to 12 volts. But usually we just keep it at a range of 4.5 to 6 volts. Now what is that we should do? So now I will just show you one reading. Now you can see that your ammeter is showing the reading around 1 amp. Now just see, now the sliding contact is at the middle, and please see the connections. One negative of the ammeter, I have just put one wire to the bottom terminal of the rheostat, and the top terminal of the rheostat is connected to the power source. Now if I move the rheostat, see you can observe that the reading is increasing. If the reading is increasing, that means we are moving towards the zero resistance point. That means there is less obstruction to the flow of current. So the current value is increasing in the ammeter. So I can just move it to the maximum so that the reading goes to 2 amperes. Now just observe, I start moving the sliding contact in the opposite direction. So I am moving towards the maximum resistance point, which shows that the ammeter reading is decreasing. So this is how a rheostat functions. So we are going to use this component in Ohm's law experiment, because whichever range we want to keep the ammeter reading, that can be done using this rheostat. I hope you have understood. Thank you.